Why are you so bullish on real estate in Dubai? Well, I am as an idea. Let's be clear. I haven't been to. Well, I've been to Dubai, but I haven't been there in this last this year, and I haven't been there like I planned to for a couple months to really take a deep dive into the real estate market to determine whether or not it's something I want to, or it's a place where I want to invest my own money. That's yet to be determined. I would never, I would never go through that process without physically going there and doing the boots on the ground research that I like to do. But why do I like it? Just at surf. Why do I like the idea? Because it's cheap. I think you probably guessed that I was going to say that. I like real estate when you can buy it under the cost of construction. And you can do that right now in Dubai. Especially right now, I think it's a unique opportunity in Dubai because you can buy under the cost of construction in landmark buildings. Like I was doing some back of the napkin math, and I think that you could even buy under the cost of construction in a building like the Burj Khalifa, which is the tallest building in the world. I mean, it's in movies. You saw it in the Mission Impossible movie. So I think that's a pretty rare thing. And then, of course, the RV ratio that I always talk about in my videos, so that the rent to value or rent to cost basis that you're able to collect. And then I think in that area, long term, 10 years, 20 years, I'm bullish because for a lot of the reasons that Chris McIntosh talks about in Rebel Capitalist Pro. And that's, you have to look around the world right now and try to figure out what countries are going to give the middle finger to Klaus and Bigglesworth. If you look at the Great Reset agenda, that does not favor all countries equally. If you're Saudi Arabia, you're not a big fan of the Great Reset. You're probably less of a fan of Klaus and Bigglesworth than the folks that watch my channel, and me included. So there are some countries that, and Chris studies this far more extensively than I do, that are basically just going to look the other way, and they're not going to play ball. And so those are the countries where I would, for that macro reason, I'd start to kind of kick tires. Not that I'd be very bullish on every country that most likely will give Klaus the middle finger, but that's where it kind of piques my interest. So that the Middle East would fall into that category. I think Russia would fall into that category. Brazil might fall into that category, and I think that Eastern Europe will also fall into that category because of their recent go around with socialism. And there's a lot of people that live in that part of the world that were alive and lived through the horrors of socialism. And I would be shocked if they welcomed that again with open arms. I think about the people that work for me right now in Colombia. Many of them, as most of you guys know, are Venezuelan. And the reason they're in Colombia, in Medellin, is because they fled Venezuela. They fled the socialism. They fled the hyperinflation. And if you should talk to some, I should do an interview sometime with some of my Venezuelan employees who actually lived through this last, Chavez and Maduro. And you want to see some people that get pissed. I mean, I'm not talking about they want nothing to do with socialism. They get pissed. Like some of them, especially when I first started the YouTube channel, and I'd only get a couple views or a few comments on my videos. A lot of my employees would read the comments. Now I just get too many of them, but they'd get pissed. And if I had like someone that was talking as though socialism could be a good thing, like a gringo, that would really it get them upset. Like you could see them getting frustrated with that. And so anyway, you get my point. And that there's a lot of those people that are currently in Eastern Europe So that's why I kind of those areas are piquing my interest right now.